You guys heard of the former Buffalo Bills punter Matt Araiza, who was kicked out of the NFL for allegedly raping a woman, but was never charged criminally with rape? Let me tell you a criminal defense attorney's opinion of Matt Araiza's case right now. Hi, my name is Daniel M. Rosenberg, and I'm a criminal defense attorney and the founding partner of Rosenberg, Perry & Associates. It is also my personal goal and passion to provide education and information about the criminal justice system before people become involved and entrenched in the system. So who is Matt Araiza? Matt Araiza was a former professional football player. He played college football at San Diego State. He was known as the punt god and averaged an NCAA record of 51.2 yards per punt in 2021, which was his junior year. He was ultimately selected in the 6th round of the 2022 NFL Draft by the Buffalo Bills. And on August 25th of 2022, a civil lawsuit, not a criminal, civil lawsuit was filed against Matt Araiza and two of his former San Diego State teammates. In the civil suit, it was alleged that he participated in the gang rape of a 17-year-old who was at a party in 2021. The allegations were that this young lady was at a party, was intoxicated, and Matt Araiza, along with his fellow teammates, sexually assaulted her, knowing that she was underage and knowing that she was intoxicated. She alleged that she had consensual sex with Araiza and then was escorted into the party where she was greeted by 3 men who proceeded to gang rape her for the next hour and a half. Part of the proof in the case is that there was a recorded phone call between the alleged victim and Matt Araiza. And on that phone call, he admitted to, quote, hooking up with her, but that he remained outside the party for the rest of the night. These allegations were brought to the attention of law enforcement the day after the alleged incident. There was a significant investigation in which 30+ witnesses were interviewed, cell phones were obtained and analyzed. Throughout the investigation, cell phone videos were recovered, which allegedly show the sexual assault. Worthy of note, Araiza is not present in any of the videos. 2 days after the civil suit was filed, Matt Araiza was cut from the Buffalo Bills. Now that's in August of 2022. In December of 2022, the San Diego County Prosecutor's Office issued a statement indicating that it would not be filing any criminal charges. As part of that announcement, prosecutors indicated that they did not believe Matt Araiza was at the party at the time of the alleged offense. So, knowing all of this, what are the potential criminal charges Matt Araiza could have been facing if this happened right here in New Jersey? First, the potential charge of aggravated sexual assault, crime of the first degree. That carries with it a potential penalty of between 10 and 20 years in New Jersey State Prison, of which 85% would need to be served without the possibility of parole. He would also be exposed to Megan's Law registration and parole supervision for life. He is also facing the potential charge of sexual assault, a crime of the second degree, which carries a punishment of between 5 and 10 years in state prison. 85% must be served without the possibility of parole, Megan's Law, and parole supervision for life. He is also exposed to a charge of aggravated criminal sexual contact, a crime of the third degree, which would expose him to between 3 and 5 years in state prison, Megan's Law, and parole supervision for life. Finally, he could be charged with false imprisonment, a disorderly persons offense punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail. So what would happen if someone engaged our firm with this situation right here in New Jersey? First thing we would do, advise our client to invoke their right to remain silent. They're not going to be speaking to the press. They're not going to be posting on social media. They're not going to be having their agent issue any sort of statement. They're not going to be issuing any sort of apology. Controlling the information that is provided by the accused is critical, and that's the first thing that we would advise Mr. Araiza to do. Next, we would advise our client of the possibility of what's called a consensual intercept. And that is when the alleged victim contacts you with the police recording the entire conversation. And that's because New Jersey is a single-party consent state. If one person on the phone call knows it's being recorded, you're allowed to record it. And law enforcement utilizes that as part of their investigation. We would advise our client of that possibility and make sure that he is aware that all of his phone calls have the possibility of being recorded. Finally, we would initiate our own investigation. In doing so, we would seek out witnesses who may provide favorable information. We would send what are referred to as preservation letters out to various entities to have them preserve evidence such as video surveillance. We would look at our client's phone, look at social media, investigate social media platforms, investigate the complaining witness's social media platform, speak to other witnesses to see who's had any contact. We want to find out as much information as possible so that we can put our client in the best situation to defend against any allegations. Ultimately, no charges are going to be filed against Matthew Araiza. The prosecutor's office issued a statement stating, quote, ultimately prosecutors determined it is clear the evidence does not support the filing of criminal charges, and there's no path to a potential criminal conviction. So in Matt's case, no criminal charges were filed. So he was able to successfully avoid criminal prosecution. But one thing he will never be able to avoid is the stigma that's going to be associated with him for, in all likelihood, the rest of his career. When you Google his name, this is going to come up. And most people aren't going to dig into the details to find out that he wasn't even there. They're going to assume that he got away with something. And that's a harsh reality that every defendant has to live with in the criminal justice system. A great criminal defense attorney once said, "Every one of us can guarantee that we will never commit a crime, but none of us can guarantee that we will not be accused of one." And when you are, you're thrown into this criminal justice system. And it is critical to have an attorney and a team fighting for you so the system doesn't trample all over you. So if you or someone you know is being investigated or has been charged with a sexual assault, contact our office. We'll take the time we need to evaluate your case and give you your options. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if there's a topic you'd like to learn more about, please leave a comment or contact our office. We are criminal trial attorneys. We have your back. That's what we do.